Welcome back, squad. A few QBs you don't want to draft this upcoming year. Let's hit it. Like I said, we're hitting QBs, 3 guys you don't want to draft this year. Let's go. Number 1, I feel like I dog on him all the time, Joe Burrow. He's currently going at QB4, and I think that's a little too high for him right now. He had 42 rushing attempts last season, which is pretty low in comparison to QBs. He led the NFL in passing touchdowns with 43, but what you're asking is for him to do it again and again and again, and that's hard to do. 43 passing touchdowns is a lot, and I could see that number happening again, but I'm not banking on it happening again. Does that make sense? I don't think it will happen again, but it could. We have seen him be successful. He averaged 22 and a half fantasy points a game last season. So it's not that he can't do it, but you're buying him at the most expensive cost right now because I don't think he's going to top Josh Allen. I don't think he's going to top Lamar. And I am 50-50 on if he is better than Jaden Daniels or not. So the top 3 guys are right there, and then it's Joe Burrow. But last season, Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield, I've talked about this before, they had the same exact fantasy points a game last season, but Baker, you can get 3 QBs cheaper. So if Burrow was cheaper, I would like him a lot, but I just don't super trust that that's going to happen every single game and that he's going to have the same output that he did last year at his cost. QB number 2, Patrick Mahomes. I've talked about him a good amount already. He's going as quarterback 6 this year, which I think is slightly too high. I would bump him down a couple spots. Go watch my other video. I've talked about his ADP and how it's too risky for me. He's on a good team. He's still a great quarterback, but again, that offense is changing, and I just don't foresee him being the superstar that we once thought he was. So I think 6 is a little too high for him, considering he finished at QB 13, really QB 11 in fantasy points a game last season. Little too risky for my biscuit. And then Dak Prescott, he's going as QB 12, which I think is crazy high for a guy who ran the ball 13 times last season. Yes, he was hurt. Yes, he got injured. Yes, he has George Pickens. I still don't super trust that he's going to be effective as a fantasy asset. Dak averaged 15.6 fantasy points a game last season, which put him at QB 22. In the 8 games he had played, he had 1 game above 20 fantasy points. Dak's getting old. You're going to say he's like a fun sleeper, but he's not very fun because he doesn't run the ball. And they do throw the ball in the red zone more, but I don't know that they're going to throw the ball in the red zone more than they did last year. Maybe equal to, but not more. It's similar to Joe Burrow, but I think the offense is less good in that you're banking on him throwing like 3 touchdowns a game. Because if that happens, then it's manageable and you can live with it. I don't super trust Dak to run into the end zone, to run the ball at all, but more so that they're going to get every single pass down the field and just score, right? Could happen. He will have his blow up games, but he's also going to have those games where he gets like 12 points for you because they score 2 touchdowns and then they score 2 on the ground, right? That's just the nature of the game to some degree. So I'm a little worried about him. I don't super trust him. If you've seen him run, he looks like he's like running through honey. It's not great. And while Dallas does throw the ball a good amount, I don't super trust that they're going to get into the red zone consistently. And when they do get in, I don't trust that they're just going to throw the ball every single time. So again, it's a Joe Burrow situation that I like less. So I'm out on Dak. And this guy, I don't think you were drafting him. He's going at QB 21, but I'll add him in here anyway in case you even had an inkling of it. Tua. I wouldn't draft Tua. He does not run the ball at all. Like, it's crazy how little he runs the ball. And he's 1 concussion away from being out for 4 weeks minimum. Miami's a fun team, but they just lost Jonnu Smith. I don't super trust that offense a ton, not because of Smith, just because Tua could get hurt, and that scares me. I don't think people are actually drafting him, but I wouldn't even take him as like a QB2. Like, if I really wanted a second quarterback in that range, I'd go like Geno, or like I'd go JJ McCarthy even as a rookie over at Tua. He just doesn't run the ball. His injury history scares me. I feel bad for him, but if you were looking at Tua, even slightly, I would say stop. Anyway, that's my list of don't draft QBs. Let me know what you think. If you agree, disagree, did I miss anyone? We're moving on to running backs, tight ends, wide receivers. Let me know what you think. Peace out in the meantime.